Hello, and welcome to the Texas Maritime Museum. I'm Dr. Justin Parkoff, the Executive Director. Our mission is to educate and excite the public about maritime history and its importance to the development and current livelihood of our great state. Our exhibits focus on several narratives, including early Native American Karankawa coastal trade,
In an earlier episode, we took a deep dive into the Texas Navy's signature battle, the Battle of Campeche, in May of 1843. In this episode, we'll step back in time for a closer look at the Navy of the Republic of Texas, known to history as the Second Texas Navy. This was the Navy that protected Texas. It was a time after the Revolution had been won, and Texas and its leaders had to learn how to move from hot-headed revolutionaries to responsible national statesmen. Now, when we talk about what Texas was around this time, we have to look at its finances. Texas was basically broke. It had no foreign currency to speak of and no gold and silver reserves to back its money. The only thing it really had was lots of land. Under President Lamar, Texas began issuing paper money called redbacks, named after the color of the back of the paper. These were the 19th century equivalent of junk bonds. They were worth about 37 cents on the dollar when they were first issued, and as government debt swelled, investors devalued them and eventually stopped taking the redbacks altogether. Even worse for Texas in late 1842 was the Mexican Navy's revival. Mexico bought a steamboat named the City of Dublin and recommissioned her as the steamer Regenerador. They bought a 7-gun schooner named Aguila, a 17-gun brig named Yucateco, a 9-gun brig named Iman, a 3-gun schooner called Sicilino, and worst of all, 2 massive steamers armed and armor-plated, the Guadalupe and the Moctezuma. The Guadalupe boasted 2 68-pounder Paxane guns. These were guns that fired 68-pound explosive shells, and she had 2 long-range 32-pounders that fired cannonballs. Built in Liverpool, England, she was the largest iron-plated vessel in the world and became the first steam-powered warship to cross the Atlantic Ocean. She was captained by Royal Navy Commander E.P. Charlwood and had about 80 British sailors on leave making money as their side hustle. The Moctezuma had 2 68-pounder guns and 6 42-pounder guns. She weighed 1,100 tons and had the heaviest armament in the Gulf. So Santa Anna was a veteran of a lot more wars and intrigues and revolutions than Houston was, but I think Sam Houston had a little bit more political complexity. There's a good example where I read once that when he would sign his name in cursive, Sam Houston, with the cursive letter S, he would sometimes scrunch the letter S so it almost looked like he was writing, "I am Houston." And that was just one of many ways that he liked to intimidate people. So he was an interesting political boss, and so I'd say Sam Houston.